Yo, what is up, everyone? So, recently I've been seeing this one song quite a lot online, and it's really caught my attention because it's not a new song, and it's quite rare for an older song to just pop off on the internet out of nowhere. But I think this one is for a very good reason. Headlock by Imogen Heap is just an absolute treat of a song. The production is just so ahead of its time, and the creativity you can hear on the track is just awe-inspiring. But weirdly, it made me think of someone else, someone more recent, that being Mk.Gee, of course, the internet's favorite guitar player right now. The chorus of Headlock just really made me think of his energy and his dynamics that you hear in his music. So today I'm going to be showing you if Mk.Gee made the song Headlock by Imogen Heap. And I'm also going to be giving you a more updated and detailed approach to try get that Mk.Gee tone. Before I get into the video, I do just want to mention that the best way to support the channel is by checking out my online shop, where you can get drum kits, samples, guitar and mixing presets, tons of stuff to help you make your own music. I'm also available for hire, for production, songwriting, anything you need. Just hit me up on my email in the description and I'll get back to you. Alright, so the first thing I want to take a look at here is just the vocals. I was actually able to get the original a cappella of the song. The creative genius of this song really starts to take form. So I'll play a bit from the intro and a bit later from the chorus. They're just so hauntingly beautiful, using the vocals as more than just lyrics and as another texture and layer of instrumentation is just amazing. Alright, now onto the guitar, which I'm sure a lot of you are here for. So it's quite a complicated effects chain. Starting out, I'm using my Strat, which is tuned in drop C sharp, but it's then getting tuned down another 4 semitones to get to that drop A standard range that Mk.Gee uses, because unfortunately I don't have a guitar with the right strings to get that tuning. Also, this specific pitch shifter I find just adds a really nice tonal quality to the guitar signal that I like for this specific tone. Next, we've got audio effect rack, which is splitting that guitar signal into 3 separate chains, and I'm going to show you what each one does. So the first layer is trying to recreate a synth sound, because Mk.Gee actually uses the Roland GK pickup and floor synth, which is quite hard to get your hands on now, because unfortunately I think the synth isn't being made, but the pickup is, but it can be quite expensive. And so I wanted to kind of do it in a different way. So what I'm doing is I'm using this Valhalla Ubermod plugin with this reverse reverb setting, which gives the guitar a sort of synth string-like quality to it. I'll show you what I mean here. I'm just noodling around there, and it almost sounds like a mix between like a synth key and a synth string sound. Then that is of course going into this Tascam Porter Studio plugin here, which I showed off in my full Mk.Gee tone video, which I still recommend you guys check out. It's still a very cool tone I got there. Then cutting out the layers. Now onto just the normal main guitar section. I'm just going into Tascam Porter Sound with this again, but I'm boosting it a lot more to get more drive, and that sounds like this. Yeah, so just that normal in-your-face Mk.Gee guitar layer. Then the secret sauce to this whole thing is an octave. Now, with the Roland GK system, it allows you to individually tune each of your strings. And what Mk.Gee does on some tracks is he has the bottom strings tuned down an octave to create this really thick and deep sound. And for that, I've got some EQ cutting all the high end just so I only get those low strings. Then going into amplitude 5, which I'm using simply just for an octave pedal, so you can swap that out with any octave you like. Then going again into a Tascam. And then on all of those tracks, I have chorus and a little bit of this tape delay. And together, it sounds like this. Just this really full and thick sound that I really like. There's just something about this tone which is, there's just something about this tone. There's just something about this tone, and it's the reason why everyone is going crazy for Mk.Gee. It's just the level of expression and dynamics. When you really dig into those strings, it just feels like sound is exploding out of your instrument. I really highly recommend going and trying this out for yourself and using this tone for something. So here's what I played for the main chorus section, just to show you guys. So the next thing I did was I resampled my entire guitar track, but using one plugin, which is a plugin I've mentioned in a few videos. I know I mentioned it in my How to Make Songs Like Mk.Gee video, and that is Magic Dice by Baby Audio. And basically what it is, it's just this randomized delay warping effect. It just really creates these nice atmospheric sounds, and I wanted to kind of have that as a texture in the song. So I resampled it, cut out a lot of the low end, boosted some of the highs, and this is what we got as a texture. So just something there to sort of fill out the sonic space. I do want to apologize if you guys are hearing some rain. I'm in an attic and the roof is made out of metal, so it can get quite loud, but just know that it is way louder for me and I have to deal with that every time it rains. Alright, so the next thing I added was this percussion, just because something I noticed is the track was feeling a little empty to me, and in the original song by Imogen Heap, there are all these nice moments of little bits of ear candy that you can hear and little bits of percussion, and I wanted to kind of add that myself. So I just took some random percussion samples, and yeah, here's how they sound. So just something like that I feel like adds a lot of texture, and a little trick I did is I took this one loop, it was in completely random timing, didn't fit the song at all, but what I did is I quantized it to the song, and now the quantizing in your DAW won't do a perfect job all the time, and it can create some really cool, almost glitchy sounds. But on those, I just have some saturation, which Mk.Gee has said in a live video, I think, is the key to getting his drum sound. So got some saturation on there, and a little bit of delay and some EQ. Now onto the drums. So I'm just using Superior Drummer with, of course, some saturation and some compression. And style-wise, I'm moving more into that rock indie sort of territory with this, kind of paying more homage to the Mk.Gee side with it. So, some typical rock-sounding drums. Here's what I got. And now for the final part, which is the bass. I just recorded simple little bit of bass guitar just to fill out the low end of the mix. Here's what I came up with. Alright, so if you guys have liked the video, please leave a like. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel, please check out my online shop. And without further ado, here is the full completed track.